It is 2025. First Monday. No, yeah, first Monday. Of course, it's Sunday. That's why I got confused. First Monday of 2025. And I'm proud of y'all for making this far. If no one told you, I'm proud of you. Keep going. Keep striving. Do not give up. If you feel like you're close to breaking, you're not close to breaking. You're close to a breakthrough. It's a difference. You're close to new blessings, new surroundings. So just keep striving because this year is going to be special for all of us. It's about how you make it. You got 365 opportunities and 12 new chapters to decide what your life is going to turn out to. All right. With that being said, new year goals, getting in the gym, going, stop cutting out to eat, watching what I say, change the people I'm around. We all got different goals when it comes to the new year. And like basically I just want to talk about like what you need to do to set along goals. Because one thing to set your goals, it's another thing to set things to help you achieve the goals and further push the agenda that you're trying to do in the new year with your new people, with your new blessings, this, that, and the third. So I'm gonna give you a couple of goals I have, and then the main 5 things like I'm gonna do to help achieve the goals. So one of the goals I have is 250 subs by the end of spring. What I could do to reach that goal is to stay consistent. I reach myself more, like post on all social medias that I have, market myself, tell a friend, tell a friend, and tell a friend. Just like set like attainable goals along the way. That's one of my points. Like plan achievable / attainable goals along the way. Because it's one thing to have a goal. It's another thing to actually actively work towards that goal. To set little small milestones, or set yourself to hit that one point, hit another point. Because at the essence, it's not like text like it's a whole big break or a whole big jump to the next point. You're taking small mini steps and getting rewarded for it every time you set a small and attainable goal along the way. Because long-term goals have to have attainable and short-term goals along the way that tie into the long-term goals. Because short-term goals and long-term goals could be totally different things, but that short-term goal could tie into that long-term goal. So it feels like you're not alone walking on that mountain. You're walking with a sense of direction and a sense of gratitude because you already have a sense of where you're going, because you already hit those marks and you know exactly what to do to take the ice off the top. So it's about hitting your stride and finding your people. The thing to act on that, this is number 1, but I just want to give like a small little example. This is number 1. Pray with the intent to act on it. It's one thing to say a prayer, but it's another thing to actually act on it. Your faith without works is dead. It's one thing. It's one thing to say, God help me with this, help me with that. But you're not actually doing it. You're waiting for God to step in. God won't step in until you allow him to step in. What are you actively doing? God help me. I'm finna fail this class. Help me. Then study. What are you doing? You got to study. If you want God to help you, you got to study. You got to invite him into the room. Get yourself level-headed, mind-focused, and sharpened on the goal that you have achieved, that you have set, so you can achieve it. Like, I really don't understand when people... I'm not to judge anybody. I like to slap or put nobody down, but if you're going to pray something, you have to act on it. You have to actively put that into motion. You can't just say, God help me with this test, and don't study, or don't go to after school. Like, don't ask questions in class. Just be there sitting waiting for other people to ask your questions. You have to be bold and stand out for the things that you want to achieve, because no one's going to walk with you through this walk. And you may have like some people that's going to walk with you, but sooner or later they're going to stop holding your hand and you're going to be all on yourself. It's a cold world, and you understand when you get older. So it's just about praying with the intent to act and actually inviting God into your situations, because it's countless stories throughout the Bible where people like Peter, when he was in prison, he invited God into the room instead of saying like, God help me get out. Even though he was praising him all day long, he invited God into a situation where he was in prison, and that all the enemies and were singing praise and worship, and then the guard, he thought about killing himself because the doors flung open. He thought all of them were finna escape. He said, no, this is all on me. What have I done? I had one job, bro. But that did not happen. He prayed for the security guard blessed him and said like everything's all good. They didn't plan on leaving. He invited God into the situation rather than him getting himself out. So just praying with the intent to act on it and actually having God into your situations, inviting him already into the room. Let him come into your storms rather than you trying to get out the storm. Another thing I have for me, number 2, is ask the ones around you to hold you accountable. What good is your partners if they ain't holding you to a higher standard? What's good is your partners if they don't want what's best for you? What good is your partners if they want you to fail? Like, come on now, like have an actually surrounded circle with like-minded people, and like this year, if you ain't did it last year, this year find out who your circle is and decipher. Like I really got three, and then they know who they are, 3, and all right, 4. And that's excluding like cousins and like this, that, and the third. Like homeboys, non-blood, but they blood. Like everybody, my loved ones. When I say loved ones or family, I'm referring to my circle, my deep circle, my deep dive, my people my backbones. You know what I'm saying? My backbone, my parallel twins, the people that ain't swerving in. You feel me? It's about those people, because ask the people who you're actively around you with. Where's my twin sister, my brothers, my other brothers? You know what I'm saying? Like my brothers, all right, my fault. But like the people that surround you to hold you accountable, especially if I have like the similar or same amount of goals. Like I know I have some workout goals, and I've been really consistent in the gym, and I pray to keep that up this year. I know my friend Lou, my homeboy Lou, my backbone. He be in the gym too. I know he probably got some gym goals as well. We could hold each other accountable. We gonna probably one to two. We don't work out with each other as much as we used to over the summer, but we definitely run into each other in the gym or try to plan gym workouts from time to time. We could hold each other accountable. If you're trying to hit so and so, I'm gonna make you hit so and so. I'm gonna let you struggle a little bit, lift that bar up, and help you hit so and so. You know, it's all about holding each other accountable and being there for being there for the ones that matter. And just showing up. It's about showing up and showing out. If you have a goal, I'm gonna hold you to that standard. And if you fail, I'm gonna be on you. All right, like it's all right. We all mess up. Players mess up. But what good is a coach if you don't fix the player? And then my third one is plan achievable and attainable goals along the way. I know I spoke on that beginning of the video, but I forgot what the example was, but it was really trying to like use that as an example. I wasn't trying to like get into it too quick and too easy, because first off, we got to start off like praying with the intent that that's number 1 to get go. My third one is plan achievable and attainable goals along the way. I talked about a little bit at the beginning, but it's like just give yourself many rewards and many milestones along the way when achieving your long-term goals, or like your quarterly goals. And nothing with setting goals, like set goals in quarters. Like what do you plan to accomplish in the first quarter, the second quarter, third quarter, the fourth quarter? Like it's everything basketball. Like life is basketball. First quarter, like what do you plan to do? Are you gonna win that tip off? Are you gonna start the game off right, start the year off right? Second quarter, or are you gonna actually make those active subs? Are you gonna plan accordingly to what the first quarter gave you? And third quarter, are you going to push through that lead? Are you going to secure that lead so when the fourth quarter you can just ease out and chill and do everything you can? In the fourth quarter, like I said, you just ease out and chill. You do your thing because you did your thing from third quarter to second quarter to first quarter. But fourth quarter, you can't get last day of school. You can't give up. Like you think you got it in the bag. That's when they come creeping back. You got to secure your spot. You got to stay on 10 toes. You got to be locked in from the T to the down, to the down, to the down, to the down, to the down. You got to hold your crown because you're king or king at the end of the day. I hope y'all understood that analogy. That was off the top of the head. Bars. And then my fourth one is utilize resources and like set reminders. We have a phone. Like I'm recording this off a phone. You can set so many reminders off your phone in your calendar, and there's many different apps. None you have to pay for, some you have to pay for. Like there's many apps that can remind you, and just utilize the resources. If you want like nutrition goals, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Google, ChatGPT, you know how much resources we have. Like if somebody asks you a question and you in class with your computer in front of you, don't say I don't know. I don't know from my person. Don't say I don't know. You have a computer, look it up. Be like, hey, give me a moment, or just quietly type while everybody try to figure out and answer the question. You ain't know to begin with, but now you know, because your resources are attainable. Everything's at access to us. In this day and age, like user resources, that is overlooked 10 times out of 10, because I don't know what it is, to be honest. Like if it'll come to me later in the video, I'll definitely speak on it. but we don't use our resources and utilize what is already given to us to our full potential to elevate us more. You can have your friends be that reminder for you, or you need a digital reminder, or writing it down. The power of writing something down and just going throughout the day and having that instilled in your mind is powerful. And that's what I'm doing more. I'm journaling a lot. I got like 4 or 5 journals for Christmas. If you want me to give me a present, give me a journal, give me a book, put my mind to work, because I'm working on that all 2025 as well. And then lastly, but not last. So I said it wrong. Last but least, last but not least. That sound right. Yeah. Last but not least, build routines. Routines, they may take longer for some people, but this is the good thing about the new year. You're at motivation peak for most people. You're gonna get in that gym. A routine takes some people, like for me, sometimes it takes like 1 to 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks, maybe a month, and it's all right. But this is motivation peak. January, motivation is at peak right now. Take advantage of this. Build routines. Whether it's getting up your bed, making your bed first thing in the morning, going to the gym at a set time, or just going to the gym in general. This is motivation peak. You are at your You are at your I don't know how to explain it. You're at like the peak of your motivation, because it's new year, new me. Everybody know the sayings, but they're not sticking to it. That's a whole nother thing. Stick to your word is bond. If you're gonna say something, do it to your fullest. Let me show you my hair. Oof, like I was saying though, it's motivation. Motivation is at peak right now, so take advantage of that. Do what you can while your motivation doesn't stoop down and life starts to life and kicks you about you behind and all that. First of all, have God invited into your life from day in, day out. You want to reflect His light any way you can. I'm getting a little bit off topic, but just build routines, simple routines. And for me, like that builds discipline and like just self-discipline and motivation and everything like that. Building routines, it comes from just like one at a time, 1, 2 things at a time. Whether it's just working on, if you have to go to work on your words, cut out some of the music you listen to, or just drift away from that crowd that's cussing every sentence or this, that, and a third. Or just, like things like that. Like help build your discipline, help build that routine of just like watching sermons or just reflecting what you can to watch your tongue. Or if it's going to the gym, like you wake up, make your bed, do some push-ups, like whatever. It's just a simple workout, just moving. That's what consistency is. Like sometimes I don't feel like going to the gym. I halfway do my workout, but that's still being consistent. That's still me showing up. Sometimes you don't have to show up every time, but just showing up is enough. If you want to stick to something, you got to stick to it that's commit yourself. That's commitment. You have to show up and build discipline and build routines. But like I'm saying, I don't know how to further explain it, but this is peak motivation. Everybody's at their fullest right now. Take advantage of this. Build simple and minded routines that you could use all throughout the year. This is the most important quarter of the year. At least to start off with, like you want to build healthy routines and everything like that. So I'm gonna go over my 5 points once more, and then I'm gonna get out y'all here. Number 1, pray with the intent to act on it. Number 2, ask those around you to hold you accountable. Number 3, plan achievable and attainable goals along the way. Number 4, utilize your resources and set reminders. And number 5, build routines. Thank you, amazing people, if you made it this far. I pray I did really good when I delivered this message. And that's why I have an amazing, amazing, amazing year. Y'all deserve so much and deserve whatever is coming for y'all. And that y'all just keep invite God into your life, because with setting your goals, your first goal should be inviting God into everything you do. Because without Him, none of these goals would be attainable. None of these guys would be reachable, because you need to hold God. God is always at your hand. He's always outside that door, but He can be inside the door, sitting right next to you. It's about where you let Him in, where you let Him into your situation. Like I gave that situation earlier with Peter, and when he was in jail and everything. But yeah, just make the best of your situations. Don't let the situations make you, and continue to strive. Y'all have a blessed 2025.